Hi everyone, this is Dr. Sarah Yu, sure, and as well as Dr. Sarah for U.S. Senate show, as well as You Right and U Vision TV broadcast show. Today I have a great co-host, Louise Eric Powell. He is really expert in political issues, as well as he contribution, his time, about 2-3 years need me for research issues. I think we can talk about weekly, issue show together. And welcome, Luis. Can you explanation yourself a little bit?
Yeah, I was a political science major, lifelong politico, did 3 internships in the United States Senate, worked in the private sector on Capitol Hill. I've lived in Washington, New York, London, Saigon. I've worked in Europe, the States, Latin America, and the Far East. Currently, I am in South America. So it's nice to see you. And I look forward to discussing the news of the day with you.
Oh, great. So you was in last month you was in North Carolina, right? When did you
That's
go
right.
when did you go to vacation over there?
I went to South America 2 weeks ago.
Oh, 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, yeah.
Oh,
I'm
great.
here in my lovely apartment in
Where
Bogota,
which
the city of Bogota, Colombia.
Oh, Colombia. Oh, great. Congratulations. You have a nice resident place. I didn't know that, Thank you anyway, your support. So we already had one episode talk about Biden, Union State, as well as Bloom, as well as, we have a talk about Ukraine war, as well as invasion Taiwan in case, or, many other issues we already talked. So we can keep on talk that, as well as we have a Pacific, the issues today. We can talk over, also last week we have a Don Lemons, appear, not anymore appear in Monday CNN morning news. So can you explain us a little bit background over that?
Right. Well, he made an unfortunate, I guess you would call it an offhanded remark about someone's age. In this case, it was former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley, who has announced that she's running for president. You know, she's 51 years of age for anybody who's counting. And Don Lemon just offered his opinion right there on the air and said something to the effect of, a woman's prime is her 20s, 30s, and 40s. Which is interesting. She's 51, which is not old. Don Lemon is 56. He is considerably older than Nikki Haley. So I guess he thinks he's in his prime and she's not. Anyway, the comment was widely and rightly lampooned as ageist and bigoted. And of course, the fact that she is a Republican means that the media are going to throw every petty, mean thing they can at her. You know, if you can't beat somebody on the issues or you can't beat them intellectually, then you attack their looks, their weight, their voice, their name, their sexual orientation, or whatever. And in this case, it was her age. So he has been apparently suspended from CNN. He was not on the program this morning. CNN has said they are not sure yet what their final call on him will be. Curiously, you may have heard this today, Whoopi Goldberg sort of defended him on The View. And she said, oh, well, you know, she is 51. That's not young. And it's just curious to hear Democrats take that attitude because their president is going to be running for re-election at age 81. And there's a big difference between 51 and 81.
I think
it's petty, it's mean, it shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, I think the mention of the 51, Nikki Haley is 51 is being past her prime is sounds is that is it's almost same woman, same like if I listen that maybe values, woman value, right? And then as well as we listen, that it may feel like the disappointment, those because we are co-workers, together. Someone talk about those aging or race or like this is like maybe some kind of cancel culture as well as discriminations, as well as there is some kind of sexual the maybe discriminations talking. So I don't think so. This is good. Even he's apologized, publicly, but I don't think so. This is good manner of even the ethic, manner or moral, like ethically. What do you think that should CNA have to decide for this?
Well, I think conservatives should sort of keep their glee in check and their insouciance about Don Lemon's stepping in it in check. And remember that we don't want to support cancel culture. I do not support people being fired because they said one dumb thing. Everybody, we're all human and sometimes we say dumb things. If anything, however, it is a lesson that that cancel culture cuts both ways, and that if some people are going to be fired for saying things, inappropriate things on a public broadcast, then the rule that applies to conservatives should also apply to liberals. Usually it doesn't. Bill Maher used the N-word on his show in a joke a few years ago. Whoopi Goldberg said the Holocaust was not about race. Obviously it is. Anybody who knows any history knows that the Nazis had a racial view of the world. She was suspended. She wasn't fired. She came back on, and her first day back looked at the camera and said, well, I'm going to keep saying what I want to say. So, yeah, this is the world we live in now.
We have a freedom of speech, but everyone can say speech, but I don't think so to hurt other people. Like, you are not a prime anymore. Like, that is not like a freedom of speech, I think, right? So, yeah.
My opinion is that freedom of speech in the First Amendment includes offensive speech. I think you have the right to be a jerk. And I don't support Don Lemon being fired or anybody being fired because they say something dumb. Because once you've said something like that on air, people see you for what you are, which is, he's been exposed as a jerk, as a sexist, and as an ageist. So I don't think we should fire people for every little thing. Just let them show their true colors before the world. That is punishment enough. It's my 2 cents worth.
So, we have so many issue about freedom of speech, big text, anyway, it's many, now it's Twitter, Instagrams, TikTok, many places, Facebook. We can speak to everywhere to like but some of big tech company or some of medias, they limited of freedom speech. They especially like now Twitter is Elon Musk owned. We have more like a freedom of speech, but before the Twitter was owned the before that we have a lot of Republican had a limited speech at most YouTube or Facebook account is closed. Twitter, even Donald Trump account was closed. But anyway, it's a very good news to people can freedom of speech, but like we see the dilemmas and as well as this story, like we can give a very good principle to manner of the ethical or manner of the basic. This is like a I think the person who talk about that dilemmas talk about her or Nikki Haley, so
Haley.
she first Haley he should apologize first, nothing anything. Do you think he should apologize or he should not apologize? What do you think?
I think the Bible is correct. From the heart, the mouth speaketh. And you can apologize all day long, but The problem, Dr. Liew, is we live in the era of token apologies. Sorry, not sorry. You can apologize all day long, but the fact is you said what you thought. You have that right as an American, but you can't take back words once they've been said. And I don't like token apologies any more than I like cancel culture. To me, it just seems like a formality now that people do to try to keep their jobs. Also, if you look at the statement that Don Lemon made, it was not at all heartfelt. It was very snippy and sassy and self-reflective and self-referencing. He is very much a narcissist. If I were a psychiatrist, I would say Don Lemon classifies as a clinical narcissist. But let's be honest, most people in media would. I think if you want to be in media and you want a camera trained on your face all day long, you are probably a narcissist. And the reports about his behavior at CNN over the years reflect that. He is known for being mean to people and for berating people. Again, you have the right to be mean, if you want to be, but word will get around about how you treat people. And the emerging consensus about Don Lemon is that he is not a nice person. So he told us what he thought. He showed himself to the world. He showed his true colors. And so I don't think we need to fire him. I don't think conservatives should support cancel culture because then we cannot say we're against it.
How about do you think like CRT in school now, even we have a discipling problem in school, you said cancel culture, right? So that is CRT, critical race theory. What do you think that any in schools right now has problem that? What is your opinion to CRT? Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think CRT and cancel culture are two different things. CRT is a set of curricula that seek to how do we say reformulate or reconfigure traditional concepts of education, the topics that are taught and the information, how that information is imbued to students. I'm not sure that has anything to do with cancel culture, but I don't support CRT. I'm a traditionalist. I was homeschooled. I was raised by Christian parents. I had a Christian education, and I am none the poorer for it. I support traditional education. It concerns me that the only history American kids know now is slavery and Jim Crow. Yes, those are parts of American history. They should be taught, but there's a lot of other things, good things, that should be taught. And the left, for some reason, only wants to focus on bad. That's what CRT is. So no, I'm not a fan.
Oh, good. Okay, so I think that many people they ask what my opinion of CRT. I think you explanation good to do. Anyway, we can conversation on other things that Biden family push back against the GOP hearing request. So what do you think that Biden family, especially his son, should hearing, or what do you think? Yeah.
Well, the controversy is that Hunter Biden and his attorneys are refusing to cooperate with the investigation. Now, this is not a first. In the partisan environment that we live in now, it's pretty standard for people to try to stymie subpoenas, stymie investigations. But the fact is, the Congress of the U.S. is it does have prosecutorial authority, and to refuse to cooperate with them, to speak with them, to appear, to turn over documents is a crime called contempt of Congress, criminal contempt of Congress. And we know as we speak, Donald Trump's former top guy, Steve Bannon, is in trouble for the same thing. He has been found guilty of contempt of Congress and has been sentenced to 4 months in prison. He's not in prison now because he is appealing the case, but if he loses his appeal, he's going to jail. So what Hunter Biden and his team have done, they have said we're not turning over documents. Hilariously and amazingly, they said in their response, the Congress does not have prosecutorial authority, which is factually wrong. Of course, they do. If they did not have prosecutorial authority, Steve Bannon would not have been found guilty of contempt of Congress and been sentenced to prison. You don't play around with the Congress when they say you have to appear. Yeah. So Hunter Biden is a spoiled brat. He is a rich kid who has probably never been told no in his life. He acts like those out of control screaming kids you see in the restaurants and shopping malls that drive everybody crazy. And let me tell you, Dr. Liew, it's really starting to show. He is going to make it difficult for the Republicans to do their investigating, and the left is cheering his refusal to cooperate. They thought that the Trump people should have cooperated. They didn't give them any benefit of the doubt, but they don't think Hunter Biden should have to cooperate. But I got news for him. The Congress does have prosecutorial oversight.
So I think now is Congress has no legal prosecutorial authority, right? That is I think because even Hunter Biden compromise to our security informations, national security informations, giving to China or Russia, whatever he wants to, we have to some kind of, we have to some kind of law, not even legal prosecute authority from Congress, but somehow we have some kind of legal processing to show to the this Hunter Biden actions. What he did is really compromise to national security. So we have to really how the person who can give those information is qualification to do so. What agreement we give to him, what authority we give to him too. He can give all the national security because of son of vice president, or what authority, he's what authority we give to him. I don't think so we give any authority for lucrative foreign. Only he concerning, maybe he got some money from them, maybe for family benefit, not national benefit, for family lucrative foreign business builder deals, got a lump sum money to, he can sell all those security information. This is a compromise to our nations. So we should really deep investigation those Hunter laptop, Hunter, those laptop. We just on TV and on media just say to Hunter Biden had a laptop. We didn't really not that much detail about Hunter Biden. What his depends for the laptop, or what is the we can do legal prosecutorial authority to, not even Congress, maybe our national security level. We should dealing with what he did, because this is who gave authority him to sell those information on his own benefit, as well as who his family lucrative foreign business. So because of this should political leaders or politics should fight for the public value, or our nation's Americans value. But I think the Biden, Joe Biden, as well as Hunter Biden's, they are related both. Even in Mescom said only Hunter Biden's did a lot of things, but I don't think so. Hunter Biden, without his father, authority as vice president at that time, how he can do, all those information getting from somewhere, only the vice president may be able to get all those security level of information and then sell to the other, country. Even, China, even Russia is so communist, country that we are all against the fight for, even we are Congress fighting for, communist, especially Republican left. In Vice President Joe Biden's and his son Hunter Biden, they dealing with those their lucrative business affair for themselves. They selling all the security, matter. That is the moral, even ethic. They if their father is a vice president, himself is the son of vice president. He should know that what he can do, what he cannot do. The things is the law is it's equal all person or liti or who has authority power, but in real there is no legal prosecutor authority in Congress. Even Congress had a talk many about Hunter Biden, Joe Biden's long, but the finally we only had the power of prosecutor authority is fine or send to jail. That's it. So what is really we can already those informations already sold. Hunter and Joe Biden is already involved those. So I think because of Joe Biden also had a lot of headache because of his son son involving those against our national security. But we should also investigation to after how the President Joe Biden was involved or not, because it's started everything, for Republican GOP. It's once here, what is the truth? Everything important is what is the true story, because the truth is in Bible said the truth is revealed. Truth is very important. People they can lie to us for a while, but someone have to be revealed one day. I think that that we should continue fight for this matter to until we really have a clear we have to accuse all those accused, all those selling access all the secure national information to do the Hunter Biden and Joe Biden's, I think we should disqualify those positions if they done really that happen, like even, there is a responsibility for Joe Biden's also, not only Hunter Biden. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, I would just sum it all up by saying that, it matters not a whit about what the person, the defendant thinks about the merits of the congressional inquest or the request for documents. If the Congress of the US says, you come to us on a certain date and you bring us these documents, you do it. They're not there to negotiate with you, and it sounds like what Hunter's attorneys are saying is, oh, don't worry, there's nothing there. Well, that's not for them to say. The Congress is within their rights to say, we want those papers, we want to see them. And not a lot of people know this. This has not been done but just a few times in our history. But not only does the US Congress have the authority to subpoena people, request documents, hold them in contempt if they don't cooperate, the US Congress even has the authority to go out themselves, arrest someone, and bring them in. That's only been done a few times in my history, so like 2 or 3 times from what I understand, but it has been done before. So you don't run from the US Congress when they say, we want to talk to you and we want to see papers. You do it or you're going to be in trouble. Hunter Biden has got a lot to hide, and the whole Biden family does. I think his attorneys are just telling him, drag it out, make it difficult. But it was astonishing to me to hear his attorneys actually say, Congress does not have the right to ask for documents. Where did these people go to law school?
Yeah, I think that yeah, she could.
All
Okay,
right.
so okay, so I think this is great, great talking about, we already talk about many issues today, and I think great,
All right. Well, it's always a pleasure to speak with you, and I look forward to hearing the news from you about how your campaign is going. I always wish you the best.
Great, great. Thank you for your all the support. Thank you so much. Listen, Dr. Sarah, you show today. So we have a special co-host, Louise, Eric Powers, joined me today. Last week, our issues about President Joe Biden Union State speech, as well as we talk about China balloon, as well as we talk about Hunter Biden about hearing for GOP, as well as we talk about Don Lemons. So please, if you have any issues you want to share on our show, you can, we put in this show on YouTube and TV and all of media. So you can follow to the, any message, send it to us. So thank you for your time and all your support. And have a wonderful day, everyone. And thank you so much, Luis, Eric. And I wish you have a successful you residence in Colorado.
All right. Well, it's nice to see you. Have a great evening, and I'll see you around. Thank you, Dr. Liew.
Thank you so much.